Welcome to episode 4 of the May Online Poker Series. Another day of tournament grinding coming up. How am I feeling on day 4? I feel some pressure. I'm feeling some pressure to get something on the board. Having 3 losing days in a row is not uncommon, at least for me. I mean, I've kept track of all my sessions over the last 3 years now. I've tracked every single session I've played on a spreadsheet. And, a lot of the times I've had 5, 6, 7 losing days in a row. It does happen to me. And some of these are even larger field tournaments than I normally play, so it's going to be even more variance. So three losing days in a row is totally expected. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like these vlogs are going to get better and better if I can start getting some deep runs at least. But yeah, so far only close calls. So we got day 4. See if we can get something on the board, and if not, let's just follow our process and keep plugging away at these MTTs. Let's get it. Okay, I'm behind schedule today, so we're gonna rip through a quiz. We're gonna get our daily quiz in, but I'm only gonna do the one because I need to start playing. Today we're gonna do a raise first in quiz, all about raising. 7-5 suited in the cutoff is too wide. King 9 is good for the cutoff. King Queen is good anywhere. Jack 10 is good. 7-8 is a limp or a raise. Mainly a limp though. You are mixing in a lot of these offsuit raises, you can see. Even some suited raises when we're deep enough, but mainly a call. Ace Jack. I think it's gonna be a jam. Yeah. When we're down to 15, we're gonna be shoving these offsuit aces. Generally, when we're on 20 blinds, these will all turn into raises. On the button, I think we have a little bit of shoves for 20, but yeah, for 15, we start to shove some hands. King Jack, open raise. 10-9, open raise. 7-5, too wide. King 9 suited, definitely raising. And that's a 10 out of 10. Let's go. Okay, so I'm eating breakfast here at my desk. I'm gonna hop into these first few tables. Some of the key tournaments have already started, and they're bounty tournaments. Play those tournaments too long, and I'm gonna hop right into the session. Yeah, haven't had any caffeine yet. I'm gonna play tight for a little bit, get some food in me, get some coffee in me, and then we'll get the real sesh started.
All right, the early 2:15. Nice squeeze spot here. Just a minute left in reg. Hopped in kind of late, so we're short. Obviously, we want the action. We need chips. That's more like it, dude. Come on.
I mean, that's just more like it, man. It's gonna be a good day. It's just gonna be a weird one. It's just gonna be a weird day today. Oh, come on. Why is it aces every time? I mean, you cannot make this up. Oh. So twice I've had kings into aces, now king, queen into aces. I've actually sucked out twice on the aces. And I've been playing for 20 minutes. Okay, here is the bulk of the session. We have 2 500s up now on the screen, a 320, 215, and the rest. After 3 sessions, we got 3 red days in a row. The last 2 of those were definitely closer. I had a couple of final table bubbles with quite a bit of money up top, a couple of nice cashes. So last 2 days felt okay, and we're still just waiting to make some profit. All right, another stone bubble part of this series. We're gonna go for the non all-in 3-bet here actually against Alex. I think if it's kind of a nice induce against the people that are opening a lot of like blocker bluffs on the bubble. Also, if it goes like shove, call, call, we can get rid of our hand. I think it's a nice line. I mean, if they decide to play a call and it's like queen 10, 9, all of hearts, then it kind of sucks, but that's not usually what happens. Usually they fold or go all in. And then sometimes if they do call, it's a good flop as well, right? So not much to be worried about. All right, on the bubble, 89 left, big min cash. Chop it up. Played an interesting pot here against Barry Uzi in the 500. Some of you might know Barry Uzi from Twitch or from High Stakes or from Twitter, YouTube. So we 3-bet aces, of course, they call. And the flop is the 9-7-8. So, you know, his calling range is going to have pocket 9s, pocket 7s, pocket 8s, 5-6, jack 10, like always. Whereas my 3-betting range maybe once in a while has all those hands. So they're definitely going to, Barry Uzi is definitely going to have the nuts more than me here. So the question here is whether we call or raise. I feel like given all those hands we don't really want to build a pot against, plus like we raise, they call, there's so many bad turns, we have to check back. I think just playing it as a call and kind of seeing how the board runs out is pretty good, but I definitely saved it to take a look at this one later and see what this aces should do on this flop. Turn was the 4, see another lead. Now, this I think is an interesting part of the hand because if Barry Uzi is playing a strategy where jack 10 is starting to size up, trying to get my stack, pocket 8s, 7s, 9s, 5, 6, if all these hands are choosing a larger sizing here on the turn, which is possible, trying to build a pot and get my stack, well then aces, you know, against this sizing is doing really, really well and probably wants to just raise and like take it down sometimes or get it in. But I wasn't so sure because my range probably should also still have, you know, jack X and 10X, like suited ace jack, ace queen, ace king. Like I should probably be sticky with these overcards against such a small bet on the flop. So decided that his range could still be strong enough, just call again. River was the 10, so now we're losing to even more hands. And it goes check, check. He had pocket queens. So I kind of left this hand wondering if I should have raised the turn and, you know, whether we maybe missed a value line later, but still a nice pot to win and a pretty scary board for aces. Okay, good cash to start the day, $744, not bad. Okay, I'm on break, couple hours in. I think a good topic to bring up when it comes to tournament variance and like how I'm showing these vlogs. You know, I'm showing a lot of all-ins and a lot of like, oh, I have aces and they had kings and I got sucked out on or whatever. And I you know, I might feel like I'm running bad. And, you know, to my brain, I am like definitely not running good, but it's important to recognize that like these all-ins are only part of the tournament, and I recognize that, right? There's always so much more we can do as tournament players to build stacks, exploit other players to keep our stacks healthy, little 3-bets here. You know, who knows, maybe over my session I'm missing a bunch of opens. Well, maybe not a bunch. You know, I'll give myself a bit more credit. Maybe I'm missing some opens here and there. So it's important to realize that, you know, throughout this series, if I'm talking like, oh, I'm running bad or I'm showing a lot of the all-ins, because they make, you know, they make good content to see kind of how the all-ins go. I recognize personally that that's not the whole story. And I think, you know, kind of complaining about run bad, if you're self-aware or you understand that there is other things you can do and all-ins aren't the whole story, then I think it's fine. First hand after the break, thought I would show one of those all-ins that don't matter. All right, I think this guy likely just has a jack and will never fold, so let's go. Oh, not a set, but luckily we had the outs. All right, this spot is annoying, but I think we're supposed to gamble here. Oh wow, 10-7, please be good. Huge pot. Nice, man, wow. Wow, big pot. What a weird pot. Raise, call, check, small bet, call. Cover everyone by $1 billion. Already 20 big blinds in the middle. A little worried about ace queen, but hand's too strong to fold, and calling multi-way, it's gonna be awkward out of position. So shove's pretty nice. Ooh, I wish they would have folded. Definitely get up some ace queen here. Aces. Maybe it's just a flush draw, that'd be ideal, but I think this guy's probably got me beat here. Let's see. You guys tell me, why is it always aces with me? Could have been ace queen, could have been a flush draw, even a set. Where do these guys find these aces, man? All right, one of the better stacks I have here. This is gonna be a big pot. Come on, man. Nice. All right, let's go. Okay, 5 hours into the session so far. Still have yet to catch fire. Had that nice early cash, but both of the 500s again bricked. Not even a storyline, not even close. So yeah, highest stakes tournaments for the day have already been busted. We're down a similar amount to yesterday. We have just over 3,000 in buy-ins and just under 1,000 in cashes. Still have a lot of the peak tournaments up here. You can see got a pretty solid schedule going. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 tables on the go. So let me call some hands here. So yeah, I'm still hopeful. Internally, I'm not too tilted about how things are going. I know that over a month-long series like this, if I keep playing a solid strategy, keep putting in volume, showing up, staying disciplined, like I have the game to make deep runs. I know I do. I mean, that doesn't mean I'm going to guarantee a winning series or anything, but I know I certainly have the game to make deep runs in any of these binds I'm playing. So just a matter of time till it happens. And as for today, we're going to see if we can get any runs going. All right, in the 215, this is one of those spots that's uncomfortable to be aggressive, but definitely got to be aggressive out of position here, even for a lot of chips. Nice. Oh man, now this is a big pot in the 215. Good luck. I'm hoping that's a pot I look back on in about 4 hours and I'm like, yep, that's why we had a winning day today. Playing another big pot here, button versus small blind. Hoping they're going to shove the turn with ace king. However, they call. Okay, they just go for the call, And we shove, and we're hoping to get looked up by ace-king. King-queen works. 173 big blind pot, thank you. Decent spot, I think, to bet around half pot, targeting pocket pairs. One good thing to come from today's session is it did qualify for this $50 day 2 with a massive 15 big blinds. That's another day 2 where you can build your stack by playing more day 1s. I don't know if I will. Day 2's on the 13th, so next week. Pretty late in the day, 3 tables left. As for what I've accomplished today, around 1,000 cashes, and I made a day 2 in a $50. Chance for some day savers though. I'm in the money in the bottom table. I am sitting on a very big stack, still outside the money in the 215 up top, but yeah, 3 tables left, 3 decent stacks. Let's see what we can do. Please fold, Mr. Big Stack. Thank you. So I was looking at tomorrow's schedule while I'm down to my last few tables here, and it looks really freaking good. There's so many good tournaments to play tomorrow. The orange is the party schedule. It's the start of the Millions Online, so we just have so many nice events kind of on my home turf. Another couple of 500s tomorrow. So that's 4,000 in buy-ins right there written out. I'm sure it's going to be a bit more than that with re-entries and everything else. Actually, it's definitely going to be more than that. But I got to say, I'm pretty excited for it considering the last few days I've just kind of been chilling off stream, playing the full schedule, but not really, not really playing a ton. So yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's sesh for sure. These little dumb pots, man, these just aren't, just not clicking, dude. Middle position, 10 blinds. I honestly was 50% sure he was going to show me ace-ace here, but... Dude, I just took the garbage out, and it felt so good to be outside. And I just realized, I don't think I've been outside since the walk I took on Sunday. It's messed up. It's messed up. Listen, I wanted to say I was too harsh on Cove yesterday. I want to revert my rating, bring it back up to a 5 or 6. And today I want to rate the raisin flavor. Not great. Oh.
Let's see it.
It is great, actually. But also raisin.
Great.
French. Alright, let's give it a test.
It's good?
I knew this was the better of the flavors.
What?
Now, I gotta say something, and only my girlfriend and I know this, but I had cookie taste in my mouth. So now this is super bitter, but it's not because it's bitter, it's because I have cookie taste. I don't know, man. Freaking 10 out of 10. Shout out to Cove.
What? That one's a 10 and the other one was a 4?
I love it. Probiotics. Alright, King here. Final 42. We're middle of the pack. Oh my god. Oh my god. 275 in bounties, 237 bounties. Probably a top 7 stack. This is it. This is a big one. Might be a page up at like 41 or something, I don't know. 10s and 4s. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, so we're out in 42nd for 150 in bounties and 224 in cash. I mean, even that pot alone, it was 500 in bounties, plus obviously top, I think it would have been like top 6 stack or something. Could have changed the whole schedule. Okay, I have a good stack here. Let's not... I
think if we get a call like here. All right. Gotta go. Shove for 17. 10s, 9s, 8s, ace, king, ace, queen, ace, jack, king, queen. This player will just call off kind of whatever. And that's only for 8 bigs, so I think we're still calling. Just want to win a flip here. Okay. Okay, not the best spot in the world in the money, but under the gun can have ace jack and ace 10. Some suited aces, some king queen. We're hoping for any of those and not ace king or a pair. All right, suited ace. Still alive. Okay, we're down to the final 62. All these pots are starting to become very important. And it is so tough to run deep. Down to 5 bigs. Well, I've shoved for 5 big blinds. They've gone for the call just to give me time to record this, I guess. Yeah, that's about right. Just call, thank you, great. 457 to close. All right, that actually tilted me. Okay, so that's the day. That's the day, that's day 4. Did, like yesterday, get our cashes up to around well, just under 2,000, 1921. All right, so the session finished up at a reasonable time, so I'm gonna hit another home workout. Today I'm gonna do a pull day, so some back and biceps, pulling movements, rows, curls, things like that. But yeah, hit another workout. All right, it's the golden hour in the office. Just finished my workout, made my shake, and I didn't get to do the study quizzes this morning because I was short on time. We just did the one quiz together, so I'm gonna do the other quizzes. There's like 5 or 6 more, 5 more, and then we're gonna go through 1 or 2 hands from the session, see if we can learn something. All right, I wanted to look at this hand that I played against Barry Uzi from earlier in the vlog. I was in the low jack with aces, and Barry Uzi was under the gun, raised 3-bet call. And as you can see, under the gun does have leads here, actually 70%, so Barry Uzi kind of nailed that one. What I was explaining about earlier is that the under the gun player calling is gonna have pocket 7s, 8s, 9s, jack 10 suiteds, 6-5 suiteds, maybe 7-9. I mean, what does this say? Does it say 7-9? No 9-8 or 7-9 suited, but as you can see, they're gonna just have a lot of these connecting hands, suited hands that do really well as always gonna have jack 10 and always gonna have the sets. So just a nice board. So he does go for the lead, and I have ace in position, and yeah, so aces is just calling mainly. And I was also kind of looking at, you know, whether we should be calling the ace kings and the ace queens. And yeah, we're just doing a lot of calling, a lot of floating, suited 10s, suited jacks. Now kings fast plays a little bit more frequently here, so does jacks. But aces is mainly calling. Honestly, I kind of forget what combo I had, but you can see a lot of these are calling, so there is some raising going on, but don't feel too bad about this. Now, the turn is where it gets interesting. So the turn was the 4 of clubs, and there's just a lot of leading going on for a small size, so yeah, I feel like I'm gonna feel pretty good about my hand. I'm actually kind of surprised. I guess if I... Okay, yeah, I guess if I let that in, there's a little bit of big betting going on, but only 2.8% of the full strategy. So it really doesn't exist much. So yeah, just a lot of small betting again and checking. And the question I was asking myself earlier in the vlog is, you know, does Berriusi's range want to size up the turn with pocket 7s, 8s, 9s, jack 10, 6-5, just like all the nutted up hands here? Because if they do, then the small bet is actually pretty weak, right? I'm not sure how Berriusi's going to play his range here, if he would have sized up with those hands. But assuming that he's just going to bet small with everything, you can see that aces just wants to call mainly. Again, can raise. There's, I don't know, all the combos seem pretty similar to me. But yeah, I'm pretty happy to see this, that like, you know, it's at least reasonable to click just call here with aces again. And I'm not really missing a raise. You can see the kings does not want to slow play here. Aces a little bit more. Queens wants to just call. But jacks and kings, those are the two that really want to put some money in. Keep calling with all the suited 10s. Obviously, you have 2 overs open ender. Suited jacks. Looks like king jack suited is folding a lot. I don't know. Okay, and then we call again. River was the 10 of hearts. And yeah, not a ton of checking going on here. Some more small betting and then some shoving. But yeah, Berriusi did go for the check with the queen. And let's see if aces is supposed to value bet. On this river, I just couldn't even imagine putting in more money, but no. Okay, you value bet your straights. I guess, are you like, I guess you're bluffing a 9, you're bluffing an 8, you're value betting some 6x, which is also a straight here. But yeah, so interesting hand. So I would say in this sim, it doesn't really have big betting going on the turn much. And in game, if Berriusi was going to size up all those hands differently and his small betting range was a bit weaker, you know, I think raising aces would have been fine probably on the turn, or even a little bit on the flop. But yeah, I think reasonable hand. Guys, nobody panic. I know, I had to leave the house. Driving to the airport to pick up my brother, not Jamie. Jamie's not in town, my other brother Chris. We're gonna go pick him up and then get to sleep after that. Lucky I have young eyes. You do. Yeah. All right, that's it for vlog number 4. We are 0 for 4 on trying to get profitable days, but honestly, tomorrow schedule looks exciting. I'm fired up for it, so keep tuning in and we'll see if we can turn this ship around. But thanks for watching, guys. If you like it, drop a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next vlog.